You all were eating up our stories on the Fargo Air Show, so I decided to go ahead and make this a reel so we can continue to watch all of this amazingness on repeat. First off, we arrived a little bit late, which I absolutely do not recommend. Secondly, you gotta take a seat close to the orange fence as you can get. We were on the north side of the GA seating, and it was the place to be. With our tardiness, we only caught the tail end of the P-51 Mustang's flying formation. Immediately, we rolled into the pits flown by Paul Lindemann. When we say he was just dancing this thing through the sky, it is a sight to behold. Did this confirm that we needed pits in our life after 2 seconds of watching this performance? Absolutely. Both Paul and his brother Jared fly AG, so of course that makes us love them even more. Next, we were graced with the performance of the mini jet. This thing screams. It's so small and so fast, a little go-kart of the sky, if you will. Honestly, it was really fun to watch, but I'm more impressed by the big guns, so let's move on. We caught Vicky Benzing on her taxi to 18 in Plum Crazy, her P-51 Mustang. Vicky's history is incredible, and the color of Plum Crazy is a beaut. Gosh, I hope I can be as cool as Vicky someday. By the way, you can read all about these incredible pilots and their aircraft at fargoairshow.com. Next up, the T6 Texans put on a sweet show. They're massive on the ground. We got a bit sidelined during the T6 flight because all of a sudden we heard the F-22 fire up. It was at this point we knew we were about to be downright mind-blown. Really have no words for the F-22 Raptor demo flight because it was just jaw-dropping. Tyson wanted to get his clothes ripped off by the F-22, but we just couldn't get in the right place. The speed, the sound, everything about the F-22 is mind-blowing. We're convinced he went to the moon several times yesterday. The F-22 demo flight was concluded with a heritage formation flight, which was equally as cool and impressive. In front, we have the P-51 Mustang, then 2 F-5Es, and then the F-22. How these equally impressive yet so different aircraft can stay in formation like this for several minutes, mind-blowing. The fun didn't stop at the heritage flight, though. We were stunned when we heard a jet fire up and then a small Waco shoot off into the sky. What in the world have we been living under a rock? Because yes, this was our first intro to the jet Waco, and you all, what? Jared Lindemann, another AG pilot, flies the jet Waco, and I mean, once again, we are just out of words. To hear the radial engine and a jet engine is wild. Most people won't catch it, but the logistics of flying 2 different engines at one time is no easy feat. 2 engines, Callie, did I hear that right? Yes, you did. Pratt & Whitney 985 radial engine and a General Electric J85 jet engine with 3,000 pounds of thrust. Total thrust of both the combined engines is rated at 4,500 pounds. Just mind-blowing. But wait. It just keeps getting better. Fat Albert headed to 18, and you know what that means. Time for the Blue Angels. I know we were all so impressed by the main event of the Blue Angels, but I just love Fat Albert. I think there is something so damn cool about the giant C-130J. Just as a side note, if you only come to the air show for the Blue Angels, you are missing so much. The whole air show was just absolutely amazing from the start to the finish. Do not just go for the main event of the Blue Angels. Don't do it. Do I even really need to narrate the Blue Angels? I mean, come on. Our jaws were just on the floor the entire time. It's really so incredibly impressive what they do to these aircraft, and it's a show. It's so cool how the entire show is narrated, and even the tunes get you amped. Honestly, you gotta go see the Blue Angels at least one time in your life. And if you can't go to the air show this year, watch the documentary on Amazon. It is really good. We had an absolute blast at the Fargo Air Show, and I hope that you can get yourself to an air show someday. Good, wholesome American fun. I truly believe that. Had I attended an air show as a kid, the trajectory of my life would have been a little bit different, but that's a whole different story. Thanks so much for watching.